When I moved into my new house, I was chasing a fresh start. My last city held too many bad memories, mostly thanks to a toxic ex and a series of mistakes that only money could have made worse. I thought I'd found peace here. Quiet, safe neighborhood, spaced out houses, friendly faces. Ideal. Except for the place next door. It was a massive house, easily big enough for a family of 10, so I figured that's what it held. Maybe a big, bustling household with grandparents, kids, and too many pets. I couldn't have been more wrong. After introducing myself to most of the neighborhood, I finally decided to say hello to the guy next door. I don't know why I saved him for last. Maybe part of me knew something was off. When he answered the door, I was surprised. He looked young, younger than me, with a mullet and an unnervingly wide smile. Called himself Damon. We chatted a bit. He was charming in that overly polished kind of way. Said he worked in finance, but clammed up the second I asked what kind. I let it go. He invited me for a drink sometime, but when I joked about doing it right then, he suddenly got cagey, said he was working. Alone. In that huge house. Alone. We exchanged numbers, but he never followed through. He always claimed to be too busy. After a few tries, I gave up. That's when I started noticing how strange his life really was. I work from home. My office is on the 3rd floor, and his house sits just across the way. I couldn't help but notice. He never left. No deliveries, no visitors, no movement. His car never moved, yet I never saw him eat or go out. It was like he lived in a vacuum, silent, still, until the night of the party. It was a Wednesday, just past 2 a.m., when loud music woke me up. I looked out the window and saw 7 cars parked in Damon's driveway. Music blaring, laughter, clinking glasses, voices. Finally, I thought, he's human. But when I went to knock and ask him to turn it down, no one answered. The next morning, curious and a little annoyed, I tried again. I knocked harder. Still nothing. On impulse, I tested the door handle. It swung open. Inside were a dozen shoes in the foyer, but the house was empty, dead silent except for the music still echoing from the speakers. And that's when I realized it wasn't music at all. It was a recording, laughter, voices, cheers, all of it looped in a fake, seamless audio track, designed to sound like a party, but hollow, scripted, wrong. I should have left. I knew I should have. But something drew me in. I crept through the house until I found a door slightly ajar, leading to the basement. That's where the light was. That's where the sound, the real sound, came from. A low, rhythmic grinding, mechanical, industrial. It shook the air, a deep hum vibrating through my chest. I tiptoed down the stairs, heart hammering in my throat. 3 men stood in a room down there, backs to me. They were older, much older than Damon, and dressed like they worked in a slaughterhouse. Thick gloves, heavy boots, goggles. They stared at something I couldn't see, something just out of my line of sight. Then the bleach hit me, acrid, sharp, wrong. I felt it, deep, primal fear. I turned to leave, quiet as I could. But behind me, the light dimmed. The door. I didn't hear it close over the fake laughter still echoing through the vents, but I felt it shut. I bolted, flew up the stairs, out the door. I didn't go straight home. I hopped my own fence, slipped in through the side door, and crawled up to my office to peek across. The party was over. The house looked still. But then the front door exploded open, and 8 men stormed out, scattering across the yard and street. Not Damon. These were older, angrier. They argued in hushed tones. One of them even shoved another. And then, just like that, they vanished back inside. The sound stopped. The house returned to its unnatural stillness. The next morning, every car was gone, including Damon's. I still don't know what they were doing down there, what they were watching, what the grinding sound was. around, I've learned something since that night. Damon doesn't live in that house. He runs it. And the recording? That's just the bait.